Nigeria just made the global headlines, and for once, it's a good news. Nigeria has officially exited the FATF grey list, a list that tags us as a nation struggling with money laundering and terrorism financing. It's a huge step because being on that list made foreign investors hesitate, made our banks look suspicious, and made every honest Nigerian abroad feel unfairly profiled. So yes, let's give credit where it's due. This process, but, and there's always a but, if the world now trusts Nigeria more, shouldn't Nigerians trust their own politicians too? Because while the FATF says we've improved, our EFCC is still chasing shadows. How can a country be financially clean on paper, yet politically filthy in practice? The FATF. What's the meaning? The Financial Action Task Force. This is the world financial watchdog. It monitors how countries fight money laundering, terrorism financing, and corruption. Nigeria landed on that grey list in 2021, right beside countries like South Sudan and UAE. It meant we don't trust your system to prevent financial crimes. Now in 2025, after passing key reforms like the Money Laundering Prevention Act 2022 and the Terrorism Prevention Act, Nigeria has been removed from that list. On paper, that's a victory. But for a nation where politicians still hide public funds in private accounts, is this reform real or just another international performance? Let's be fair, this move didn't just happen overnight. Nigeria reportedly improved in financial transparency, tightening regulation on suspicious banking transactions, and aligning more closely with global anti-corruption standards. The Central Bank, the Ministry of Finance, and the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit all play their part. That's something to acknowledge. Because when international agencies finally see progress, it opens doors for trade, investment, and even reputation repair. But here is the uncomfortable truth. While Nigerians' image abroad is healing, its conscience at home still bleeding. So we've left the FATF grey list. But let's ask, how many politicians on EFCC list have actually been convicted? We celebrated global recognition but ignored domestic accountability. For every reform in Abuja, there is a governor somewhere still enjoying stolen billions. Remember the EFCC files? Cases like 80 billion pension fund, the 37 billion police equipment fund scandal, or the Yaya Bello case, or other countless contract diversion, all dusting away in silence. How can a country graduate from the FATF grey list while its own corruption list keeps growing? You can't fight money laundering globally and protect money laundering locally. That's the fact. Let's be honest, the EFCC is under pressure. Every election cycle, its energy depends on who is in power. Today, one politician is probed. Tomorrow, is pointed to another governor abroad or on board. How many times have we seen the same people accused of corruption later become ministers, senators, or party leaders? Take governors. Several were under EFCC investigation before joining the Senate. Others resigned for health reasons, only to be appointed to powerful positions months later. In Nigeria, corruption doesn't end political career, it builds them. So yes, we may have improved our system, but until the political elite stop recycling themselves, the reform is just a photo ops for the FATF camera. When Nigeria was grey listed, the government promised transparency. New committees were formed, laws were passed, but where are the results? We are used to this pattern. A big announcement, a temporary reform, and then silence. Because reform in Nigeria often means show the world you are changing, not your people. Even the FATF evaluation process relies heavily on government-submitted data, not public experience. So it's easy to look good on paper. Even when the corruption strikes behind the scene, you know what happens. Now let's talk about the real people. Why the FATF grey list makes the headlines in Abuja? The average Nigerian still battles with bank fraud, crypto scam, and public fund diversion. Students still wait for promised grants and student loans. Not everybody has seen it, and not everybody has experienced it. Civil servants still get half-paid salaries. Communities in Edo still have unpublished projects. If anti-corruption is still working, where is the evidence in people's life? And when citizens report fraud or embezzlement, how often are they taken seriously? The same EFCC that freezes poor people's accounts during investigation struggles to prosecute a single governor successfully. This is why FATF process can feel disconnected. And here is what the FATF decision doesn't measure. It doesn't measure the political will. It doesn't measure integrity. It doesn't measure justice. Leaving the grey list isn't the same as leaving corruption behind. We are still a country where whistleblowers get punished or exposed, where journalists expose fraud get arrested, and where the poor are the ones who ever get convicted. So yes, let's celebrate progress, but let's also stay awake. Because every system upgrade must come with citizen vigilance, not government applause. International validation means nothing if local accountability fails. Nigeria exits from FATF grey list. It's a great start, not the finishing line. It proves that when we push, we can perform. But the real test isn't what the world think about us. It's what we think about ourselves. Until EFCC can freely investigate any politician, regardless of status, until stolen funds are returned and not recycled, until corruption becomes shameful again and not normal, we still have work to do. Because fighting corruption isn't about system, it's about conscience. So if we believe Nigerians deserve more than fake reform, if you believe progress means justice, not just headlines, then subscribe to Branchari Media. Share this video and drop a comment below. Do you believe Nigeria has truly changed, or we are just better at pretending? Your voice matters. Because this fight starts with awareness and ends with accountability. I am Branchard and this is Globe Africa. Watch this video. I will see you there.